Okay, we'll wait for a while just to check if my audio is working clearly fine or no, and then we'll begin. Just give me a sec, give me a break. This live stream will be probably for next 40 minutes, I guess. Mhm. Let me just check the voice and then we'll begin. Probably for next 40 minutes, I guess. Okay, things are just fine. Let me just check the voice and then we'll begin. Probably for next 40 minutes, I guess. Okay, things are just fine. Let me just check the voice and then we'll begin. Okay, let's go ahead. Buffering, if there is buffering, we'll figure it out later on. As of now, the voice is clearly fine, so yeah, we are good to go. Alright, so last time we have reached till this point where he was an emperor, memory returned, his father had sent the invitation. It is just like that. When Ashtavakra says here and now, he is saying the same. However long you have traveled, 20 years, even 20 lives, you have been in exile, you have begged long, you have totally forgotten. The memory is sound asleep. It had to be put to sleep. If the memory were not asleep, a begging would have been impossible. You wandered from door to door with a begging bowl. Ashtavakra is saying the invitation has arrived. Wake up. You are not a beggar, you are the son of an emperor. If someone lightens rightly, the happening takes place just by listening. This is the greatness, the glory of the Ashtavakra Gita. There is no insistence on doing anything. Just listen, just let the truth reach your heart. Don't come in the way, just be receptive, just listen, let the arrow reach your heart. Its impact is enough. The forgetfulness of many lives will break open, the memory will come back. You are God, hence, he says, right here, right now. Don't find excuses. You say, perhaps this is a method, a device to increase urgency. Mm, okay. Let me just open the chat just in case. I'll try to just have controls and let's just sign into chat. Just give me 1 second. I'll have to figure something out. Nah, okay, I can't see the chat now. I have to open another window for the same. Switch account, and I'll have to switch account. Cool. What? Okay, there is this buffering again. Alright, after this video, I'll figure it out. Don't find excuses. If someone lightens rightly, the happening takes place just by listening. This is the greatness, the glory of the Ashtavakra Gita. So whoever is joining for the first time, just focus on my audio as of now. And video is little bit buffering, so there is no issue with the internet, but there is some issue with the video. What I can say, pixel and technical things and stuff. I'll figure it out after the live, because between the live I cannot change those settings in OBS. So I'll figure it out. As of now, just try to listen to me. And yes, if you are first time joining the channel, so I am reading this book, the Ashtavakra Mahagita by Osho, and we are on the second chapter of this. So if someone listens rightly, the happening takes place just by listening. This is the greatness, the glory of the Ashtavakra Gita. There is no insistence on doing anything. Just listen, just let the truth reach your heart. Don't come in the way, just be receptive. Just listen, let the arrow reach your heart. Its impact is enough. The forgetfulness of many, many lives will break open. The memory will come back. You are God. Hence, He says, right here, right now. Don't find excuses. You say, perhaps this is a method, a device to increase urgency, to increase intensity in people. This question is from Swami Yoga Chinmaya. With Chinmaya, in Chinmaya's intellect, there is too much effort, striving, accept, asceticism. His understanding is like an ordinary yogi's Ashtavakra statements are not for the ordinary yogi. They are for the extraordinary, the intelligent, those who can awaken just by listening. Chinmaya is a bit of Hatha yogi. He moves only after a thorough beating. He cannot move just by seeing the whip, just by seeing the shadow of the whip. Don't laugh, because most people are just like Chinmaya. Don't think that your laughing proves that you are different than Chinmaya. Chinmaya at least got up the courage to ask. You didn't even ask. This is the only difference. You are just like him. If you haven't become God by the time the Ashtavakra Gita discourse are over, then no, there is no difference. You are just like him. But if while listening you wake up and become God, then just the shadow of the whip has worked. It has always been the observation of the seeker that the realization of God is a very arduous phenomenon. The seeker is off track from the very beginning. The very meaning of seeker assumes that God has to be short, that he has lost God somewhere. The seeker accepts that he has lost the divine somewhere. What a strange idea. He has lost God. How can you pose him? People come to me saying they want to seek God. I say, alright, seek. But where did you lose him? When they say, we don't know anything about it, look into it first. It may be that you have not lost him at all. Sometimes it happens that your glasses are on your nose and looking through them, you are searching for them. Could it not be that God is in your nose and you are searching for the same God? This is how it is. The seeker is fundamentally mistaken. He has accepted that he has lost the divine or has not yet found him, that God is somewhere far away from and has to be found. The divine is never found by seeking, by searching, and searching one learns that there is nothing in seeking. While searching, one day the very seeking drops away. As soon as the seeking drops, God is found. Buddha sought for 6 years, searched totally. Where can you find a greater seeker than him? Wherever he heard that someone has attained knowledge, he went there. He put his head at their feet. He did whatever the gurus, the teachers told him. Even the teachers tired of him. Teachers never tire of students who don't follow their instruction. They are never tired of them because they can always say you are not following instruction. That's why nothing is happening. What can we do? A teacher is relaxed when you don't obey him. He can always say that you didn't obey. If you had obeyed, it would have happened. But with Buddha, the teachers were in trouble. Buddha did whatever the gurus said. Buddha always managed to do even more than what they said. Finally, the gurus told him with folded hands, look, go somewhere else. Wherever we have to say, we have said. Whatever we have to say, we have said. Buddha said, but nothing has happened through it. They said, nothing has happened to us either. We cannot hide it from you. Just go somewhere else. Faced with such an authentic man, even the gurus could not be deceptive. After searching intensely in every direction, at least Buddha saw that seeking is futile. It is not found by seeking. The word already had no meaning for him. Spirituality also became meaningless. Worldly pleasures had no meaning for him. The day he left the palace, they had become meaningless for him. So he left. Yoga also became meaningless. Nothing left in pleasure, nothing left in yoga. What to do now? Now there was nothing left to be done. It was no longer possible to be a doer. Understand this sutra correctly. Neither worldly pleasure nor yoga remains, neither the world nor heaven. There is no space left for the doer. If there is something to do, the doer can remain. Nothing was left to do, and that very night it happened. That evening, sitting under the Bodhi tree, there was nothing to do. Buddha was thrown into confusion. When he dropped the word, he grabbed hold of yoga. When he dropped indulging, he jumped into spiritualism. There was something to do. The mind remained busy. Now the mind had no space. The mind bird began fluttering. No space. The mind needs space. The ego needs the nourishment of doing. It needs duties. If there is something to do, the ego can survive. There was nothing left to do. Think about it a little. A deep indifference was born in him. What Ashtavakra calls non attachment. A why is not detected? Because a yogi seeks new pleasure. A yogi seeks spiritual. A yogi is not detached because a yogi seeks new pleasure. A yogi seeks spiritual pleasure. He is not indifferent. He still has the desire to enjoy. He couldn't find it in the word, so he searches in God, but the search continues. It is not found here, so he looks there. It is not found outside, so he looks inside, but the search continues. Neither the hedonist nor the yogi is indifferent to pleasure. Yes, they search differently for pleasure. One goes outside, one goes inside, but they both go somewhere. Hedonists are the one who seek pleasure in materialistic things, like buying a car and having a great luxurious mansion and palace, or like all the materialistic things. So that is hedonism. So basically, the author, the Osho, is trying to say that some people seek pleasure in the materialistic things, the hedonist, and there are certain people like gurus and sadhus who seek the pleasure within. So yeah, They are like the ways are different, but they both are doing this one of the same kind of thing. So, as long as there is something, the day relaxation, okay. That night there was nowhere to Buddha to go, neither inside or nor outside. Just imagine that night, bring it to life. Feel now, feel how that night must have been. For the first time, he attained rest, that which Ashtavakra says the rest is consciousness, out of which one attains the truth. That day, relaxation happened. Right. So this is the story of Buddha, and by which Osho is emphasizing that you need to do things in a certain manner. Right. So yeah, there's that. Cool. Man, oh man. Wait a sec. Let's see how much can I cover. As long as there is something to do, effort continues. As long as there is something to do, tension continues. Now there was no question of tension. The body was completely exhausted. The mind was completely exhausted. Buddha collapsed under the tree and felt asleep. At dawn, when his eyes opened, they opened the way everyone's eyes should open. At dawn, when he opened his eyes, those eyes opened for the first time. Those eyes that had been closed for centuries opened. At dawn, when he opened his eyes, the last star of the morning was fading. He was the last star disappeared outside. Outside the last morning star dissolved. Inside the last trace of the mind also disappeared. There was nothing. No one left inside. There was absolute silence, a void, a great void, space. It is said Buddha remained sitting that way for 7 days, like a statue without the slightest movement. They say the god became worried and descended from heaven. Brahma, creator of the universe, descended and fell at the feet of Buddha, saying, please speak. Such a phenomenon occurs only once in centuries, and then too with great difficulty. Please say something. We are eager to hear what has happened. Hindus are very angry that in Buddhist stories, Brahma is made to fall at the feet of Buddha. But the story is perfectly right because gods may be living in heaven, but they don't live beyond the sky. Today, the phenomenon has happened that an individual has gone beyond desires. Now, there is no one higher than Buddha. Buddhahood is the ultimate. Even gods are lower. They still have the desire for heaven and heavenly pleasure. That is why there are stories that Indra's throne begins to shake when he hears that some competitor is coming. Some sage is going deep in meditation. Indra becomes nervous. His throne starts shaking. It is the same story as with the throne in Delhi. Call it Indra's throne or Indra's throne. Okay, so Osho is just being sarcastic here. Like it is the same. There is no great difference. A challenger is coming. Competition, anxiety, fear. Buddha attained by non-doing. What happened in Buddha's life must have happened in Ashtavakra's life too. We do not have any story about it. No one has written it, but certainly it must have happened because whatever Ashtavakra says is just like this. You have done a lot running. Now stop. God is not attained by running. He is attained by stopping. You have sought enough. Now drop the search. You cannot find truth by seeking because truth is hidden in the one who is seeking. What you seek is seeking you basically. Why are you running? There is this meme which strikes my mind as soon as I said, why are you running? Why are you running here and there? Kabir says, the musk is in the navel, that fragrance is your own. But when fragrance emanates from the navel of a musk deer, he goes mad. He starts running here and there, searching. Where does this scent come from? Who has produced this perfume? Where does it come from? Because whatever fragrance the deer knows come from outside, sometimes from flowers, sometimes from something else, but always from the outside. Today the fragrance comes from within, but still he thinks it must be from outside. He starts running, and the musk in his own navel, the fragrance, that fragrance is his own. God resides within you. As long as you seek Him outside in yoga, in hedonism, it is useless. An ordinary yogi takes you out of indulgence. Ashtavakra takes you out of indulgence and yoga both. Beyond yoga, beyond hedonism, hence you will find that the worldly man has an ego. But have you ever seen the ego of a yogi? A worldly man gets angry. Have you ever heard the curse of a saint? A worldly man walks vainly with his head high, waving his flag. Have you seen the flags, the elephant, the pomp of the yogis? An ordinary man proclaims his wealth, announces his achievements. Have you seen the yogis boasting they have such powers, such abilities? But these things are all one and same. There is no difference in them. Unless yoga is transcended, unless a person is completely free of the idea, I am the doer, nothing has happened. You have only changed color. You are a chameleon. You simply change color, but only the color changed, not you. It has always been the observation of seekers that the realization of God is a very arduous phenomenon. In a sense, this is true. If you insist on reaching by running hard, then what can anyone do? If you want to touch your nose by reaching around your head, go ahead and do it. Certainly, when you touch your nose, from the far side, you will feel that touching one's nose is very arduous phenomenon. This is because of you, not because of your nose. If you stand on your head and try to walk, it is difficult to walk even 5 or 10 steps. Then if you say that walking is an arduous phenomena, you are lying. What you say is right, but you are standing on your head. For those who stand on their feet, walking is not difficult thing. You you fast, overheat yourself in front of fire, unnecessarily trouble your body, torture it, do a thousand kind of idiocies, and then you say that to realize God is a very arduous phenomena. What you say is right. What you could have reached easily, naturally, you are reaching by becoming unnatural. So you find it difficult. Your way of reaching is wrong. But why does man choose the impossible? It has to be understood. What is the joy of walking your head when you have feet? There is pleasure in walking on the head. It is pleasure of the ego. Mullah Nasruddin was fishing in a lake. I watched for a while. I went on watching, but he was not getting even a bite. It seemed there was no fish in the lake. I asked him, Nasruddin, it seems there are no fish in this lake. How does you going like how long are you going to sit here? That other lake is nearby. Why don't you go over there and fish? Here there is not a fisherman to be seen. All the fishermen are over there. Nasruddin said, what is the point in catching fish there? There are so many fish in that lake that there is no place for them to swim. If you catch fish there, so what? If you catch fish here, it is something. The impossible is attractive. The more impossible it is, the more the ego is strengthened by doing it. It is something. If you catch fish here, what is the point if you do what everyone else is doing? Everyone walks on their feet. If you do the same, what fun is it? Walk on your head. As I see it, there is no connection between arduousness and God. Arduousness is connected to the ego. The ego enjoys doing arduous things. Everyone does things and things the easy way. What's the point? If you tell someone that you walk on your feet, people will say, have you gone mad? Everyone does. But if you walk on your head, your name will be printed in the newspaper. People will start coming to you. They will bow their heads at your feet. You have achieved something. You are walking on your head. Ego is worshipped when you do something impossible, like when Edmund Hillary climbed Mount Everest. The whole world came to know about it. If you climb a small hill near Pune and plant your flag on it and say no reporter is coming, no photograph is coming, what is the matter? Why this discrimination? They made so much noise over Hillary. His name is set down now in history and nothing is happening with me. He planted a flag. I am doing the same thing. But to climb Everest is difficult. For 50 to 60 years, people tried to climb it. Then one man finally succeeded. That's why. Eventually, a road will be made. Sooner or later, buses will start going there. Everest cannot keep itself safe from man for long now. When one man has reached its summit, a whole chain begins. Recently, a woman reached there too. When even women reach, what is left in reaching it? Eventually, everyone will be going. Within a short time, there will be hotels and buses and everything else. If you go when buses have started going and plant a flag saying this is the place where Hillary placed his flag, but I am being discriminated against, favoritism is being shown against me. Ego enjoys difficulties. Man make man makes many things harder so his ego can be fulfilled. We make many things difficult. The more difficult we make it, the more juicy it becomes. Arduousness is not in realizing God. Arduousness is juice for the ego. What you say is right. It has always been the observation of seeker that the realization of God is very arduous phenomenon. These seekers are all egoistic, and then have seekers realized God. And when have seekers realized God? It has happened when seeking dropped away. You realize God only when seeking drops away. When you are not going anywhere, just sitting at rest, in ultimate rest. It happens when the pilgrimage disappears into the void. People usually think that if they realize God, the pilgrimage will end. But it is exactly the opposite. If you drop the journey, God will be realized immediately. People think when he reached the destination, when we reach the destination, we'll relax. The situation is otherwise. If you relax, you reach the destination. Relaxation is the key to meditation and samadhi. Effort is the key to ego. That's why you will find that the more effort oriented a religion is, the more egoistic monks of that religion are. This is really relatable. And that's true, isn't it? The more effort oriented a religion is, the more egoistic monks of that religion are, because they have put more effort to reach a certain level, right? So that is why, that's the reason behind it, isn't it? Cool. Now moving ahead, in between I have to check if there is chat and other stuff. That's why I'm taking this generic pause. Okay. A Jaina monk is more egoistic than a Hindu monk. A Jaina monk says, a Hindu monk, so what? Anybody can become one. A Jaina monk, it is difficult thing. Only one meal a day, many fast, all kinds of arduous practices. Again, among Jainas, there are Digambar monks and Swetambar monks. The Digambar monk says, what is there to Swetambar monks? They wear clothes. The real monks are Digambars. Now, nowhere will you ever find the ego shining more than a Digambar monk. His body will be dried out, just a skeleton, because of so much fasting, naked living, suffering in sun and fire, but his ego will be aflame. His conceit will be that of Hilary. Hilary, okay, Edmund Hillary, the one who, you know, climbed the mountain, Mount Everest. There are at the most 20 Digambar monks in India, 5 or 6,000 Shwetambar monks, and 5 million Hindu monks. And if it is in my power, I'll make the whole world sannyasin. So there can be no ego in becoming sannyasin, because I don't say do this and do that. It is very simple matter. Put on orange clothes and you are a sannyasin. If sannyas becomes easy, then there is juice for the ego. Then where is juice for the ego? People come to me, they say, I should make special arrangements for giving sannyas. Special arrangement for sannyas? They are right. This is what happens when a Jaina initiation takes place. Loud music is placed, a horse is brought in, there is a lot of festivity. It seems as if something great is happening. Somebody is becoming enthroned. Sannyas has become like a royal throne. People start praising, applauding this great happening, and I give sannyas so silently that no one knows. I give it even by mail. I do not know who the fellow is, nor does he know who has given it. It is good. As I say it, sannyas should be simple. As I see it, God is realized in relaxation. God is realized in relaxation, not by ego. It is not a doing, not a seeking. God is already attained. So seek within. First of all, don't seek at all. So when you'll stop seeking, and you'll be in the state of rest ultimately. But there is this thing that you wanted to achieve for so long, so you know your basic goal is, your mind does know about it, so at least your mind can comprehend when the actual situation happens, right? So that's what, as I see it, God is realized in relaxation, not by ego. It is not a doing, not a seeking. God is already attained. Be a little lighter, be a little more peaceful, just stop. Suddenly you'll find he was always there. He was always there, not just you will find this out. You will also find it out that he was always within you. You had all the answers within. Alright, now there is this last question, and most probably let's cover it up in the next live session. Okay, so we have covered the second question, and it's past 30 minutes already, and there is this buffering kind of situation as well, so I'll figure it out and I'll come back again. Right, and meanwhile, whoever is new to the channel, you can check out the channel and you can subscribe to the channel. You can like the live stream as well if you are into spirituality, if you are into Osho, if you are into finding out the actual truth about life, and if you are someone who believes in logic rather than just uttering random words and framing random sentences. If you believe in logics, if you value your words, then if you feel like that I am adding value in your life, then make sure that you're liking the live stream and subscribing to the channel. So thank you so much, universe. Thank you so much, Radha Ranji. Have fun. Peace out.